On today's show, a motorhome road trip that will dazzle with colour and natural beauty. We'll profile the Jayco Conquest motorhome, take a Pitsworth pit stop with the caravanning clubs of Queensland at their annual gathering, and enjoy some time on the farm with old mates Bridget and Damien. Hello again, welcome to Camperland TV. On the road this week in the Garden City, Toowoomba. It's springtime, Carnival of Flowers time, and I'm ably assisted by my very colourful wife, Karen. We've hit the road together in a Jayco motorhome. It's great, isn't it?
It is. This is Queen's Park, and there's a whole bunch of locations we are going to make our way through to see the explosion of colour.
Yeah, going to be a terrific few days on the road. We've got the Jayco motorhome standing by. We'll hit the road shortly, but first let's take a look around. Spring has sprung in Southern Queensland Country. The perfect time to hit the road for a few days to soak up the colour and heritage that is one of the oldest and most beautiful parts of our state. The Carnival of Flowers brings tourists like us from all over to wonder at the sheer magnificence of Mother Nature. But first, if you're travelling with a van or motorhome, you're going to need a base from which to explore, and I think I've found the perfect spot. The Toowoomba Showgrounds are huge and regularly hold equestrian and other agricultural events. When they're not, the council throws open the gates to travellers looking for a short stay. Karen was telling me that the Toowoomba Showgrounds is in fact the largest showground in the country. Is that right?
That's what I was told.
True.
Is that true?
True.
I learnt that little fact last time I was here.
That's a good thing because there are 1,000 people here. 1,000. Tell you what, people are travelling in their vans at the moment. Thanks very much. Look,
There you go. All good.
even get a party hat when you arrive. It's fantastic. $25 gets you power and water for 4, and you can park wherever you like amongst the heritage buildings, show rings and cattle yards.
Well, they say that one man's trash is another man's treasure. Well, at a lot of these caravan parks, you'll find these little sort of spots where people leave the bits and pieces they don't want anymore, and it's for free to help yourself, and you never know what you might find.
And on the way out, there's a new salute to some old engineering and tech. This is the interesting thing about the windmill. The country would not have been opened up the way it was without this piece of equipment because, of course, you know, we have the Great Artesian Basin underneath, very dry continent. And the windmill was used to get water to the surface so we could put cattle across the land. So that it really helped to open up Australia. Meanwhile, back in Queen's Park, crowds are gathering as the Garden City puts on the show that it's known for, the Toowoomba Carnival of Flowers.
So this is the event's 72nd year. It's not bad, is it?
It's absolutely amazing. I don't know whether I get more sentimental the older I get, but I think coming up here today and enjoying the beautiful bright colours of Mother Nature. I mean, this is the thing, it's natural, right? 100%.
Yeah.
Mother Nature can put on a show like that is quite incredible.
And I think, we are living in strange days, so it's a perfect event. It's open air, it's spread,
it's free,
fresh air, it's free,
and
it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is really beautiful. What started out as a celebration to boost the city's economy after the hardships of World War II is now one of the city's largest and long-running festivals, attracting close to 200,000 visitors each year. It's held across the city's parks and gardens, and many of the local residents also throw open their gates. But Queen's Park is definitely the HQ and comes with its own Ferris wheel, which is a real magnet. But I reckon the donut guy is attracting his fair share of revellers as well, and they don't come any fresher. It's really hard to get a good, fresh, hot cinnamon donut anywhere these days, but I can tell you, if you're coming to Queen's Park in Toowoomba, come and see these lovely people. They will sort you out. These are good. Yep, flowers and donuts. There's nothing sweeter. But this is a motorhome road trip and there's plenty to see and do, so it's time to hit the road and head further west to our Darling Downs destination for the night. This is our first motorhome holiday and the Jayco Conquest seems perfectly set up for such a trip. I've towed lots of vans but never really enjoyed the space and convenience of travelling with a motorhome. This is a really comfortable, really easy setup. In fact, there's nothing to set up. You've got an automatic awning there, and apart from that, I mean, everything's done for you. Pittsworth owes its existence to explorer and botanist Alan Cunningham, who in 1827 named the area around Warwick and to the north of the Darling Downs. Pittsworth this week is also home to the Caravanning Clubs of Queensland's 42nd State Rally, so I figured I should drop in and see what's going on.
We've got about 29
clubs within
clubs.
Queensland, and we've got 18 of them represented here today.
There are 29 caravan clubs in Queensland?
That are affiliated with ours.
With you guys, so there'd be even more than that?
Yes, yeah.
They all set themselves up for the week here. What sort of activities go on? What do you guys do?
We've got all sorts of things.
We've got seminars through the day. We've just finished a game of trivia, entertainment with local bands every night, usually local entertainment. We try to involve the locals as much as possible. We had a big dinner last night, 300 and something people were served, catered in the big marquee down
Fantastic.
there.
Well, I see that you've got a massive marquee set up, so
It's
big
huge.
stage and entertainment in there.
Yeah. This is our third state rally in Pittsworth. We find the townspeople here really support us. And the showgrounds they've got the area and they've got a lot of the amenities that we need.
Caravanning has just exploded in the last couple of years.
Absolutely. People can't go overseas, so they're buying caravans.
What would you say to people who are getting into caravanning or who haven't joined a club? What are the advantages in joining a club?
My daughter's a good example. She's busy, the young people are busy working, so she joined a club because it's all done for her. Once a month they go away somewhere for a couple of hours drive from where they're based. But yeah, it's a convenience, it's the fellowship on wheels, it's the camaraderie, it's learning from more experienced caravanners. Yeah, it's a big investment. Why leave it at home, with the grass growing underneath it?
Pittsworth is in fact a quaint country town that acts as a hub for the many farms around it. Toowoomba, the Darling Downs, Southern Queensland Country, it's the food bowl for the nation. And we're going to go and meet a primary producer now who I used to knock around with a bit. She's been raising cattle out this way with her husband for a while, and her name's Bridget. Not far from town is a cattle property that friends Bridget and Damien run, and we've been invited to drop by and take a look at the operation. They run Wagyu beef cattle here, and Bridget and Karen are heading out to the paddocks to check on the stock.
What sort of cattle are they?
So this is a bit of a mix actually, as you'll see with colours.
Yeah.
We're mainly running Wagyu cattle now, and 3 different types of Wagyu. So the full bloods, which are the famous ones that you see from Japan, right down to what we would call a first cross. So it's half Angus, half Wagyu. And I'll whisper, they're quite delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't say that!
You can. And Bridget, what is Dean doing?
Actually, he's doing a very important job.
What's that?
Well, because I've arrived in the buggy, they think I'm inviting them up for lunch, which is actually a serious thing.
So that's why they're coming towards us for food.
Yes, and
But
now...
what is he doing?
Because the gate's just past him, and I said, stand there,
Traffic
cowboy.
control.
He's got his cowboy hat on.
Yep.
Stand there, just make them stop up for a sec.
Oh, okay.
It's not lunchtime.
He's like a stop and go guy.
Stop and go guy.
Yeah.
You are!
How am I going, Bridget? Am I doing
Or a
Perfect.
really weird looking scarecrow.
As it turns out, Damien's on his way home to the property and we've been invited to stay for the night. One of the great joys of travelling in a motorhome is that you can literally pull up where you wish and camp. And that's exactly what we'll do this evening. On the next episode of Camperland TV, we'll take a proper look at life on the farm. Hit the road in the Jayco Conquest motorhome, heading south for some low and slow Tex-Mex barbecue, and take a look around one of Queensland's oldest towns. If you'd like any more information on the Jayco Conquest motorhome, head for the Brisbane Camperland website. See you next time.